Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you the avocado trees that I've successfully grafted, how many failed, which varieties I have, and which ones I just bought. So I'm going to take you a tour around my garden. There was a butterfly, I don't know if that lens caught it, but I'm going to take you a tour about my garden and show you the avocado trees that I have growing and how many I have. So it's going to be a head count video. I don't know how this all started or why I'm even doing it. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know if it was the unsettling feeling I was getting about how the situations are progressing or how the food problems becoming. So essentially I had this unsettling feeling of like regret almost. It was like a soul crunching feeling that if I didn't do this, I would have regret further down the line. I don't know why I'm doing it. I do grow them. So, or if it was just the dissatisfaction of the taste of the avocados we're getting imported in and the guacamole as well. So altogether, I don't know even why I started this, but I do have a lot more than I can possibly eat. To put in perspective, one avocado tree fully grown produces between 300 to 350 avocados, and saying if I eat an avocado every day for breakfast, not like I would do such a thing, right guys? So I would need about 3 to satisfy my needs for breakfast. That's saying I eat them fresh and preserve them as guacamole for breakfast because they taste really good. But if even I have 3 of them, that's more than beyond my need. And you're going to see how many I have in this video. So I'm going to do a head count. Maybe I might share some with my friends and family, give them away. I don't know what I say might in the aspect that I'm not held to legal contract to do it. So I'm going to take you along, show you the avocado trees. I have them growing in fabric planters. There was a thing, I don't even want to say what it is. I'm going to put a news article here that happened that the planter prices for the nursery plastic containers for the 45 gallon increased to almost $150, which is absurd. It's plastic essentially. And so I found another way around that and got the fabric planters instead. I put the avocado trees to grow in large plastic, on the fabric planters. This is not going to be their final destination or spot for them. When I move eventually, they'll come along with me. So I don't want to put them here in the ground and risk losing them. They're doing exceptionally well. It's not even a year since I grafted them, I believe, that they already started to bud and produce flowers. So I know that they have the capacity as a rootstock to produce fruit and to flower properly. As I said, even the Haas, not even a year old and they're already beginning to bloom, which is a really good sign. I mean, normally they take 4 years before you even start to see fruit, even from grafting. So this, I'm extremely happy and grateful for that. So I'm going to take you around, do a head count video and show you how many avocado trees I have and which types and how well they're doing. So let's go. A lot of these avocado trees I have are not even growing in full sun. Some are even growing in full shade, but even in partial sun, they're doing really well. It is winter here. It is a hot winter day actually. So I'm going to show you which ones I have and how they're doing. These are lychee trees growing from seed. I'm going to graft them later on. My mom loves lychee trees, so I might gift several to her because she loves eating them. They're very difficult to grow and fruit in Florida because, as I said before in other videos, you need a strong cold front so they get enough chill hours to bloom, and they take a long time before they bloom. So I'm going to go down the line and let's do a head count. I might put a ticker up here in the corner showing you how many I have and which varieties I have. So let's get to it. Sorry guys, I have to pause the video here. As you'll tell, I skip over the very first avocado tree, which is a shame really, but I'll add it to the tally at the end. You'll notice the top right one, I skipped right over. We'll just say it was a hot day and I lost train of thought. Right here is a Haas I grafted. I should strain them out. I don't know why I did. It didn't do it. You can see how I grafted it here. So it kind of doesn't heal over, but that the cambium layers grow together, essentially. And you can see that it naturally forms that black mold type fungus to protect it. It's like some strange relationship, and then it becomes woody and heals over.
So then it grows together, and that's how it becomes one union tree. This one's doing well. It is winter, and you can even see this one here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are on smaller ones. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and these all here are just hosses. Only hosses. If I take you in closer, you can even see it forming buds. That's how it flowers. Let me find another one here. Here. That one's not. That one is right here. I don't know why it's flowering, which is a really good sign though. I might pick the fruit off, then one might leaf off. So you even see them budding. It's not usual, but they are doing well. I'm going to show you even the Monroe in a second. So I think there's 17 here. And those are just hosses. This is a little bit of embarrassment because this is what I call the timeout section, is everything that's not doing too well, or I don't really care about it because this is a shady area. So I just kind of neglect them here, and they do well on their own. For example, these are 2 grafted. I grafted these loquat trees. There's like a hibiscus, a random hibiscus, and a great myrtle tree doing right here. I don't know why, but it's doing. I just stuck it there. I don't know where to put it. So this one right here is a Hall avocado. I've never tasted its fruit before. I heard it's good. It's not commercially grown. I just grafted it because it's. So I have one Hall here. This one here is a Monroe, and it's doing very well. See, it's leafing out. This one is a Monroe. They taste really good. And this one here is the second Monroe, and you can see it's forming buds to flower. And I just grafted this one, not even some time ago. So you see the leaf and the buds. And you can see here how I grafted it. Right like that. Incredible. It was even, I don't even know how, it's healing well. And then you see flowers. Buds for the flowers. Incredible. And you can see it all along. So here, all flowering. Crazy. It's not even 1 year old. So 17 Haas, 1 Hall, 2 Monroes. This one here is another Hall. It's not flowering yet. This is some random leaf that fell on it. And then coming over here, this one is another Hall. And then this one is another Hall. So this is kind of my Hall section, minus those Monroes. Then this right here is a Monroe I put in the ground, so you can see how large they get. And they do produce, this one's already flowering, and they'll produce around 300 avocados. You do have to watch out for the squirrels. I caught about like 27 squirrels. It was absolutely impressive. I would even just put the cage and they would just go into it. I mean, but they would destroy your harvest for avocados. I never put them down. I just let them go to another happier area. So this tree grows huge, and these are Monroes. This is Monroe that is 2 years old that I bought. See, this is them leafing out. Let me see if it's budding. Yes, this one's just leafing out. This one was on original rootstock that you buy at a nursery. I'm telling you now, you need to grow your own fruit trees. They taste much better than anything you can get at the supermarket. And then this is a 1 year old I grafted, and you can see leafing nodes on it. So this is another Monroe, and this likewise is another Monroe. That is, I don't know if that's right here. So this one's doing exceptionally well. Not the only avocados I have. I have a Haas avocado tree. It's grown huge. In 2021, when I got here, a huge cold front came, and we almost got like 200 chill hours essentially. And this tree struggled, but it got revived, thank goodness, and came back. This is the typical California Haas avocado tree. It grows huge. produces a lot of avocados. Then here in the back, so this is even a shaded area. This avocado tree I bought another husk. So this one's a 2-year-old. It's growing quite shrubby, which is fine, because if I do move to a colder climate, I might have to greenhouse some. I might do an espalier and grow their branches out so I can keep them in a greenhouse. So this is another one, Haas, and then this is a Haas I grafted. You can observe the graft union here, not even a year old. I think I did this in 2022, I believe, when I had some time. I was able to graft, and here is another Haas. So, and that's one I grafted. This one here is not doing too well. It was dieback on the top, but now you can see it's covered. Here's where I grafted it. Pretty cool. And this one here is a hull, and it is ginormous. And last but not least is a Pollock. I did buy a Pollock. I couldn't find any scion woods to graft. It did get attacked massively by a bunch of white flies that it just did a massive dieback to this one little shoot. I'm not going to cut it and traumatize it because I don't know where to tell it's alive and dead yet until it fully dies back to this branch. So I'm going to keep them in the sun. I don't see any more white flies attacking it, but this is an early season variety.
Well friends, that does it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and inspires you to do your own avocado grafting projects. For me, this is going to be a blessing later down the road, even 3 or 4 years when the trees are full grown. So it's at least a small investment. It doesn't take a long time. You know, this whole thing about homesteading gardening should be very easy and practical, especially in the busy lives we have, but that you have another side thing going along. So it's a small investment, even if it takes 5 seconds, just put in the ground, just graft it, just do it. So I hope it encourages you. As for me, I did graft successfully about, I want to say 56 avocado trees. In 1 or 2 days, I just did them all. And they did take, but sadly enough, I want to say half of them that I had, I neglected inadvertently. I left them too long in the sun. Some got scorched, some didn't do too well. So about half of them I successfully grafted, and that grew and took, and they did well with transplant shock, and I uppotting them as well. So those survived and did well. So whenever you're grafting, as a rule of thumb, do double the amount you want, because something is going to happen later on, that a squirrel comes gnawing on it, that a storm comes and breaks it. So always do double of what you want. So I hope you enjoyed this video and inspires you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.